So this is double elimination, and these guys are in the loser's bracket, so loss and you are out. Skaven team stacking their palm, stacking their blodge. 3 gutter runners. No, sorry. 4 gutter runners. Interesting to put the gutter runners on the line. There's no tackle mighty blow on the team though, so showing that he's a little more afraid of having his leader or line rat hit than he is having a blodge gutter runner hit. And we're gonna pop ourselves behind the doors here for this one as they go on their offensive drive. 2 palming troll slayers. And a whole bunch of guard is what this Dwarf team has decided to bring to this one. Pretty solid build. Pretty big fan of this Wrestle Horns Tackle Gutter Runner. He's going to be a pretty good ball sacker. Obviously, strip ball not necessary in a meta where everyone's probably going to have a sure hands. Both teams losing a turn. That might be a little tough for the Dwarves. They are a slow team. Like to plot up the pitch. But now we're going to see these mighty blow hits coming in and see if they can get some damage in. Jumps on him. Gets the Kaz with the second try. Piling on great skill there. He's going to need to hit upwards if he wants to have a 2 dice on the second hit of this with the Troll Slayer. But this follow here is going to enable the Troll Slayer to be able to hit this Line Rat safely, although potentially could be walking himself into this Storm Vermin, but able to take the block and just keep him in place. This time the piling on does not get the break. Is going to be blitzing a Gutter Runner instead of this Line Rat. We'll find a POW with tackle. No break on the Gutter Runner, so the Gutter Runner plan was okay. We'll see how he wants to position his screen of players so that the Gutters can't exploit the slow speed of Dwarves and get back to where the ball is. There is a large bench on the Skaven side, so fouling is a plan. So he is going to try and want to place players around these Troll Slayers in order to discourage any fouls that might come out. The runner is in a kind of a precarious spot here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So he technically can hit him from behind with Wrestle Horns for a 1D. If he's cutting this corner here. Can he cut the other corner? Yeah, he can cut this corner actually, which is better, because first of all, it pushes the runner away from the rest of the team. But doesn't look like he's going to opt for that plan. Instead, he's going to claw palm a guard, and then potentially foul this Troll Slayer. Little interested by the choice of push direction there from the claw palmer. We will jump onto this dwarf. Nabs a stun out of it. I was kind of interested that he kept this guy based. I would have liked to see this dwarf be pushed to here, and then he can move this guy around. Could foul in place, though. You're going to come up and put some pressure on the doors at the back. Try and cut them off from the rest of the team. Happy to base up the player that does not have tackle. He's going to dodge himself onto the ball carrier itself with a 3+. Sacrifice a line rat to potentially have a hard time making this guy move. So dwarves are kind of in a little bad spot. And we're going to see dodge already paying off here for this gutter runner. I wish this line rat was a little closer so that you couldn't open up this middle hole for the runner to get through and up into the rest of his team. It'd be a lot harder if he was here, therefore on a push it's no longer a hole. Now this guy's still making kind of a screen here, so you can't get through the gap completely. But this is blitzable anyways. And that's going to be the blitz target probably. It does mean he's taking a 3+ dodge without dodge in order to get free of this guy though. So yeah, he has to blitz back here. Unable to knock this gutter down either. And now the ball's going to have to dodge through here. Or stay in the middle somewhere. Dangerous rolls required for these dwarves to get safe. That is the thing with committing so many players to the scrum on the center field. You do suffer when you have this slow speed and a deep kick. Does get the 4+ dodge. But he hasn't really made a cage here. This is still exploitable. If only this tackle guy was, you know, somewhere better. Instead of being on the right-hand side of the screen. I don't think he was really necessary up here. I think he was better in the middle. Still, there are definitely plays here for the Skaven. Might start with opening this hit up on the 1D. And this hit also on the 1D. 1D skull needs to be rerolled, gets the POW the second time. Now if he puts the one assist up here, he can block this guy and then blitz in with the wrestle horns. Doesn't have much time left though, so he's gonna have to do this quickly. Gets the POW this time. Can come in for the 1 dice on the ball with wrestle and tackle if he's quick about it. Running out of time. Still getting some actions off. Will he get the blitz? He does get the blitz last second, inputting all those things on the limit. Just a push on the runner. No reroll available. Can he dodge his gutter runner off of that Palmer? No, he cannot. Might see a 3 dice into a 3 dice on that gutter runner to punish him for not being able to use his time. Block KOs a line rat. I think I would like to see this palm hit coming onto this gutter runner. Place this troll slayer up here, and then you have 2 chances at 3 dies. Cage somewhere in here. After you hit this guy. Gonna be relatively safe. Just opting for a 2 dice into 2 dice with the frenzy. Finds the POW on the second attempt. Poor man's tackle. Will pile it on. Just a stun. Blitz is going to be onto the Horns Gutter Runner. Takes him down with tackle. That's another big stun for this turn. Good news for the rats is they're not deaths. But these stuns have been pretty big. Four stuns on the turn. So we're going to see a Blitz probably onto this Longbeard, yeah, with Claw. Just trying to thin some numbers. Probably follows and piles. A little scary following, because if you take the injury on the first hit, you get stuck there. And there's the injury on the first hit. Dead guard player. 50-50 Apo, not going to be used. Do we see him dodge his Storm Vermin off? Certainly tempting. Nope, just gonna set up this 2-die. Which he will POW and follow and jump on. Unless he injures him on the first hit. No. Can't happen twice. Does get the break naturally though, so he will have Mighty Blow for this armor. For this injury roll, but unable to get it. 3+ dodge works. 2+ dodge fails with tackle. Does he want to use a reroll? He does not. A little scared for these players' lives up here, but we shall see. Here comes Palm on the Claw Palm. Doesn't break the armor, jumps on him. Doesn't break the armor. So far, not that many injuries considering the amount of Mighty Blow and piling on that has been happening this game. I'm gonna run behind a screen. And then blitz the thrower, probably? Or run out of time. Gets the blitz off. Probably pushing this way. Because I think it gets him into a better spot. Yep. It does take him down on the second hit. No break, into jump. Breaks this time, but just a stun. So can attempt to hit the front here with GFIs from the Claw Palmer. Potentially a good idea. But instead just going for the tackle, get him off the gutter runners. Jump on him. Potentially. Potentially not. Chooses not to jump on him this time. Having not broken the armor. And I'm assuming he's just going to run all of his gutters back to try and get in front of this area. Deny easy forward progress for these dwarves. Make it a little harder for them. Potentially dodge here for a line rat to get into an annoying spot. Just standing him up. Interesting. I would like to see this guy up first and then in a good spot and then do this dodge to here, because I think that dodge there would have been really good. But he's gotten most of his players back into positions where they can defend with. And now the dwarves are going to have to recombine their forces or potato. Or just consolidate here. Okay, another line rat hits the KO box. I do think that line rat should have dodged to here, but I think that was just too easy of a 2 dice there. Not 3ing into 2ing with the palm. It means his blitz is going to be forwards onto one of the 2 gutter runners that are in his way. Just gonna push him. No, he could double GFI and run into the end zone, but giving Skaven 3 turns to score is a pretty bad idea as dwarves. I see him just, yeah, let's trying to like pseudo screen and cage him over here still. Yeah, about the best he'll be getting. So now the Claw Mighty Blow is going to take down Bofili here, this guard dwarf, and then they're going to swarm up and try and prevent this score. Here comes the Claw Palm hit, gets a POW. Jumps on him potentially? No, I don't think he can. I think he just needs the players around the ball. And he's in a pretty good spot here with all his gutter runners. Just preventing easy forwards movement. Gets the dodge with that one. I'm gonna screen these players off. So not many people can assist. Yeah, every claw palm hit is so scary. You really cannot afford to lose players as dwarves. Already the one guard player killed so far. Neither team going into their Apo yet. It is worth noting that Polar Opposite did roll the +2 fame for this match. So kickoff events will favor the Skaven side going forwards. Palm hit onto thrower. Jumps on him. Leader is KO'd. Potentially that loses him a reroll for next drive. This is an important knockdown because it does open up a path for some dwarves to come up. You know, it's still relatively easy to just score this turn, though. Just needs to push this guy and then double GFI into the end zone. But he's not going for it. He knows that scoring on turn 7 would be a little too early. Just gonna shove a bunch of dwarves up here and hope that that's enough to keep the ball safe. Gonna push away the tackle palmer. But there are chain push plays here still available. We could see some surfing going on. And just a normal screen, potentially? Yeah, it looks like just gonna be a normal screen here. Here's a push. That's all he needed. Creates a very difficult screen for these dwarves to get through on the last turn. Gonna make it 3 deep because there are no good, sideways motions available here. So, good luck getting through a 3 deep screen, dwarves. Looking like a very unlikely score here. Surf a gutter runner. It's about the best you can do. One, two, because he needs full movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he can't take any sideways steps. He has to go through this line here, which is just so hard to do. That angle cuts off the surf play. Blitzing with the ball carrier. Ooh. Gets the first dodge. It was scary. Gets the push. 3 more dodges. Makes a couple of them. Rolls the 4+. Makes it. He made it way further than he deserved to. But eventually is tripped down to the floor. Now, one thing that's to note is that the Skaven do not have a scoring threat of their own, so they can't turn this into a 1-0 for themselves. But they do get to hit a bunch of dwarves, and that's always fun. Palming onto this guy. Nothing happening. Probably going to be blitzing this guy. Can he get the assist around? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, he can get the assist without any dice. Necessary because gutter runners are so fast, and he will be able to claw palm this guard into potentially another hit onto the other guard as well. This POW is good. No, just gonna go backwards and free up his gutter runner. Gonna be jumping on this dwarf. Did need the mighty blow. Thick skull saving him from that 8. Just a stun on both tries. And so the Skaven are going to be pretty happy with that because they were able to stop the dwarves despite that runner miraculously almost making it to the end zone. And just with that, all that damage that happened to the rat team stands right back up. Lots of KOs coming back into the game. So the rats, just 1 Kaz, 2 players on the bench. Dwarfs still able to field 11, but no bench left for them. So we switch behind the rats for their offense. We'll see how well the Claw is able to do in the second half when the rats get the ball. Then again, it's not necessary that the rats do much, because all they need to do is score a touchdown relatively deep into the half. Like, it doesn't have to be too deep, because it is dwarves you're against, and they're pretty slow. Dwarves are capable of 2-turning, even though it is almost impossible against Skaven. Yeah, very, very difficult game for the Dwarves. They're going to have to hope to just, like, light up these Skaven with removals, and then get it to overtime. Skaven picking up an extra reroll here. Four rerolls to play with. Here's the claw hit. It's a knockdown. We're through the armor. Took the mighty blow though. Difficult one to pile on, because you do have to get such a high number in order to get anything out of it. I probably wouldn't have piled on there. We are going to see the mighty blow be able to hit this guard down though, because the right hand side does not have guard. Will he follow this one and jump onto it? Nope. Opts to stay to give the assist to number 9. Makes the blitz, because he wasn't going to blitz with anyone else. Might as well be able to reposition this line rat afterwards. Just one of those smart things. If you're not going to use your blitz somewhere else, then instead of making a block there and being stationary, just get some extra movement if you want it. Thrower picks the ball up, has the ball safely in the backfield. Chain push opportunity here for the Troll Slayer. Can chain the Clawpalmer back into a foul from the loner, from the non-guard dwarf lineman probably. Could be an interesting choice to see. That Clawpalmer has been his bane this whole game. Stands him up, however, so we're not going to be seeing a foul from that player. double skull from the Troll Slayer. Uses up a valuable reroll in an overtime format game. Gonna chain where? Chain his dwarf sideways and out. Note that he has walked his his Troll Slayer into a kind of bad position. Potentially could see a foul here against it. So, best claw target, probably the guard blitzer over on the left-hand side of the pitch. But it is a GFI. Next best target may be this Longbeard, but it's going to be hard to get an assist for it. Could just claw this guy, but it's just better to hit him, I think. Maybe we claw one of these two guys. Not easy. Just gonna stand the claw up, not gonna go for a claw hit this turn. Could just be blitzing with number 11 onto that guard. Opting to go with the horns. Again, that is safer. Does have the strength 3 on a blitz. Just finding a push, however. Sending one gutter runner deep into the half just to be an annoyance. Say, cover me or I can score whenever I want. Just a push onto another Longbeard. Gonna clear all these tackle zones, not give up any hits. Dodges off the gutter runner. And just dares the dwarves to re-engage him. Has a 2 dice into 2 dice palm blitz onto this Storm Vermin. Doesn't take it. Blitzes onto the gutter runner. Just a push. Potentially enables him to put guard around the back here and try and really starve these players for hits. We're going to see the blitzer run into that exact spot that we thought they would. And he's probably just going to base up the line rats and stuff over here and then just really double down on all his basing. Dare the Skaven to make dodges. Now there is a real risk here. By keeping all these dwarves at the line of scrimmage, that the Skaven get to stall in your backfield soon. Because they could easily get it to this Horns Gutter Runner, run down here, and stall up in the backfield of dwarves behind them all. And really turn this game around. Especially since this gutter's kind of not stopped from getting into the backfield. So you'll have 3 gutters in the backfield already. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Skaven try to go for this reversal of pitch position here. The Claw gets to blitz this guard blitzer as well on the side. Gets a scary POW. Incoming. Jumping onto him. Or does he favor the hit onto the runner instead? He looks like he favors the hit onto the runner. I do think we'll be seeing this handoff and run into the backfield. Here it comes. There's the handoff play. Catch fail. Oh no, his 1 in 36 here would be really bad. Gets the 2. But now you don't have rerolls for your dodges off these tackle, which are kind of annoying. Yep, that base there enables him to get this 2 dice hit here. It's just a push, but it disengages him from the dwarf. The Gutter Runner is just slightly out of range of everyone but this Troll Slayer. So this Troll Slayer is kind of a bit of a problem right now. I don't know if he's realized that he's placed the ball in range of a Troll Slayer. And none of these moves have done anything to stop it. I think he has to rebase this Troll Slayer. Maybe he doesn't realize that this is just actually really easy to blitz the ball. Yeah, I don't think he was going for the score fiction. I think I was trying to stall up here, but he didn't move far enough, I don't think. Needed to screen this off, actually, rather than using this guy to assist the hit on the runner. That is a bad push to be taking, however. So that double skull means that he won't have the rerolls for these GFIs he has to roll with the Troll Slayer. POW coming out onto a Gutter Runner. No dice. No break. Now this Gutter Runner is still in scoring position, so even if the ball is knocked down by the Troll Slayer, which it doesn't seem like it will be, it's just going to be pushes. Now this guy can just easily assist and see a POW coming out onto this line rat. Too harder. This is a tackle dodge. But this guy doesn't have to do one. Depends where these players go. Yeah, this guy doesn't have to do one, so this is a relatively easy score now. Just a straight up 2 dice blitz. And you get to claw the runner first. Do you? Do you get to claw the runner first? No, you only get 1 assist in here. You get to claw the guard first. You can also stall this quite a bit longer, I think, over on this side of the pitch. Especially with this Storm Vermin able to get around the back of these dwarves. So I think a stall is on the books here. I certainly would stall for every single second I could. If you're over in this region, I'd rather he'd be assisting on this block here, so that you could take a claw hit after you stall. Just out of range of these Longbeards. That's smart. Guess this guy can be the assist? No, because he's the cancel. Okay, well, they're successfully disengaged from most of these dwarves. And potentially gets to stall a couple more turns out. This is the problem with the dwarves committing so many of their players to the line of scrimmage a couple turns ago. Because it enabled this switch of home base to be able to stall in your opponent's half. Because it's a lot easier to play around with distances when you're that close to the end zone, because you know at any time if the other team makes some stuff happen, you can just put it in the next turn. KO on a line rat, not going to matter much. Blitz potentially going to be onto this thrower. Dodging with the Troll Slayer, getting another try at the ball. Fails the GFI. Last reroll going. Makes the GFI, makes the hit. But is it just a little too late with no dwarves able to recover this ball? Gets the stun. It's a KO. Don't think it matters too much. Gonna use his Apo. Picks the ball up. That's important. That pickup might just be the saving grace for these dwarves. That's why I didn't like stalling in that exact position he did. He should have went a little further to the right and there wouldn't have been that play available to him. All this guard is really choking out his ability to make hits. Okay, we're gonna base here. We're gonna blitz on the 1D. Unless we're dodging with the thrower to hit on a 2D. Dodging with the thrower. Dodge makes it. Does not get him on that one. Does get him on this one. We will be end zoning the ball. But a good scatter for the Skaven. And now it's just a dodge away from tackle. Gets it. Pick up. Gets it. Puts the ball in the end zone for the score. I don't think he can stall it this turn. No safe way to stall it. Just put it in. And the Skaven are up 1-0. Dwarves will have a few turns to try and equalize this, to take it to overtime. But the Skaven are still going to be full strength going into the next drive. Regardless of what those KO rolls rolled. Well, full strength for both teams. 4 turns for Dwarves. Not the craziest of things to be able to achieve. Not the safest drive at all, either. That is totally true. He did get his ball blitzed a couple times there. Will the Dwarves be able to advance the entire length of the pitch in just 4 turns when they were not able to do it in 7? In their own drive. Quick snap. Potentially helping the dwarves out, giving them a free chance to catch this ball. Move around some players at the line. He catches the ball. That is super big there. Free dice is free. Ball runs up to midfield. KO. Doesn't need to pile that on. Don't think he was going to anyways, because I think he needs his players standing at all points during this drive. But, always nice to get the KO on the first try. Stun. Will he jump on this? Think it would be a mistake. Leaves him standing. Smart. 2 hits at this lineman. 1 fails. Second one. Welcome everyone from BZL's channel joining us from the other Blitz Pit games. Dwarves here have 4 turns to try and equalize after they were stalled out in their own drive, and the Rats managed to score after 5 turns of theirs. Three dice on a gutter runner. High fives him. Very, very solid cage. But the question is, can this cage move up the pitch quickly enough to be able to get a touchdown? We saw the Skaven masterfully stall out the last few turns of the first drive. Gonna be opting for the classic elf screen here. Gonna claw Blitz on the edge. Just a push, but, you know, that's all he really needs. Two for 18 in ball pickups. That sounds pretty fun. We are going to see a reroll here come out for this gutter runner to complete the screen. 1 reroll left for these Skaven. 0 rerolls for the dwarves. So even if the dwarves are able to get this to go into overtime, they are really hurting on the reroll department. Push, second try. Push. Not much forward movement being able to be made this turn either. There is a gap to run through, but don't think he can get far enough down there. And if he does choose to go through that gap, he is heading again, once again, to the sidelines. And it's that left sideline that he stalled out on in the first half. We are going to push this sideline. Lots of guard coming in here. Basing up the agi 3 parts of the screen. Trying to make anything happen here. He has to advance at least 2 more squares next turn to get into scoring range. We're going to see probably a Claw Blitz onto Turgar, the forward's Longbeard. And then the screen will be set here. We do see the POW coming out from the Claw Mighty Blow. He will not follow it. He will step back to form the screen. I like to see the agi 3 parts of the screen at the back, because it does mean that they can't get based up and forced to do harder dodges. This push is pretty good here. I might have taken the push there, rather than keeping him based up. Now this dodge here is going to be an important dodge. It does have a reroll left, though. Leaves him based. Interesting choice. So the dwarves, if they want, they can now hit this guy down, blitz through this gutter runner, and make some cage here in the middle. So I'm a little surprised by not dodging that player. Just because now this guy is the weak part of the screen, and you can definitely get the ball forwards enough squares and go through this part. But we don't get a knockdown on him, and that's going to make it a lot harder for these dwarves. How far can he get here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not far enough. He's really going to have to rely on these guard in here. But I mean, nothing else to lose, so you might as well try. Just jam all the guard you can on these squares and these squares, and put the ball right here. Maybe even a GFI from the runner. GFIs are scary though, because you GFI, you fail, you don't get to do another. There's no reroll left. And he's running out of time. Okay, he gets in there. This is the only plan he has. He does the GFI. Wait, there's no GFI. Why did I think that was a GFI? But that spot is still a little scary. There is an uphill blitz on the ball. With a reroll. Freeze up a line rat. Line rat can tag the blitzer, maybe? Are we going to be going for this blitz on the ball with wrestle? That's the question. 25%, 2 tries at it, so it's like a 50-something percent-ish to get the ball onto the floor with an uphill. Not going to be going for it. Instead, we're going to double skull into a push. This is a half die. There's no good moves here anymore. This looks like the dwarves might be able to take this to overtime. Sorry, one die, because I had no guard there. Okay. Tackle dodge. Not gonna work. Stunned gutter runner. There's definitely a way through for this runner. You clear, you hit, you run. Very easy to get this ball into the end zone and force overtime now. And with neither team having rerolls, this is anyone's game at this point. Can even surf a line rat for free. You didn't really need that guy up there. I would have liked to see someone run back here and give this surf. Maybe that's a little too scary though. 1 in 36 and you fail. 3 dice, gets the POW. He has to follow, which is a little scary. He's kind of blocked his way to clear this path up. KOs. Does that clear the path a bit? A bit. Not really, though. Has to make this POW. Makes it. Stands forwards. Does he have the players here? Blitz with the ball carrier? That might be the play. Blitz with the ball carrier. No, you can hit this one first. This is a gutter runner, not a liner. If this was a liner, this would be a little harder. Again, clock getting very low while making these plays. Stun on a gutter runner. Blitz here. Gets the POW. Just has to walk into the end zone now. And we're going to overtime, boys. I think not dodging that runner was the thrower was a really big mistake from the Skaven. They had a chance on a 1 in 9 to really lock up that screen, and they just did not take it. Screen was weak, screen was punished. 2 KOs stay out. Big deal for the Skaven, they're down a player now. But they did get the gutter runner back. Kickoff goes to the dwarves. Nightmare scenario for the Skaven. They had the game in the bag. And now the dwarves have the ball again. Can really only blame himself for letting him get that touchdown. A bit of a gaffe with his screen, and the dwarves punched right through. Kickoff events have been mostly favoring the rats so far, giving them extra rerolls, but nothing too crazy, considering that this is +2 fame. Anything like a pitch invasion could be costly for this dwarf team. Lots of quick snaps, however. Perfect defense. Not the worst thing for the rats. Get to be quite aggressive up here on the pitch now. kick is relatively short, so the dwarves are pretty happy with that. The first half was such a mess because it was a very deep kick combined with the rats splitting the team in half. Really running his players back there because he does not want to lose this ball, though. This is what we call ultimate caution, fully caging the ball before taking any dice rolls. Goes for the pickup before making any blocks, too. No breaks on either rat that they hit. Target the corner here. Just to push. Means he won't be able to get a follow-up hit onto this guy with the line rat. Yeah, 0 reroll in overtimes are always hilarious. Any 2 dice, even a 2 dice block with block, could mean doom for your turn as you roll a 1 in 36. Yeah, it's still going on, random boy. Game started relatively late compared to the other games because of other games going to OT. And we're in OT ourselves. Ten rats, 11 dwarves, no rerolls, no holds barred. It's a little spicy basing the ball with someone. But he will fully cage it before making the hit attempt. Just in case. He's gonna want to push in this direction so that he can go up and then up so that he gets extra hits afterwards, I think. With this guy. Just in case he only gets pushes. Except he's gonna push outwards instead. Takes the POW the first time. Will he pile this on if it's a stun? It is a stun. He will pile it on. Still just a stun. This is as far as he gets. Yeah, we can get a block now on this guard. That's always nice to see. Without having to use Blitz. But it is a 1 in 9. No rerolls, so... blockless blocks are pretty scary. Clawing a guard that's out front. Just a push. Oh, does it go to kicks randomly? Yeah. Yeah, that rule would be nice here, too. This is one of the new rules that I like in Rebel a lot. Stun on this dwarf is actually pretty big here. Random line rat hit. Gutter runner able to dodge around the back. Base up a non-tackle player. Line rat dodge, maybe? Line rat stand up? Line rat stay down? I don't know. Line rat stay down it is. Looks like our blitz target is the tackle palmer. As the ball is caged up again. Just in case the blitz fails, I like getting that extra mark in there. Blitz doesn't fail. Jumps on it. Gets a stun. Can't really make this one die, I don't think, not without a reroll. I mean, it's a 2+, but if you fail that, then there's suddenly shots at the cage. Takes it, gets the POW, the mad lad. Gets a kill. Well, that was definitely a good time to roll some 6s. Claw's probably going to attack this corner of the cage. It just stood up. Yep. Gets a knockdown finally. Claw do its thing. Claw does its thing. Bofferin is injured. Slowly shedding dwarves from this offense. Making sure to keep this blitzer tied down at the back. Not trusting 3+ line rat dodges. Does either team have an Apo left? The dwarves have an Apo left. Yes. That's why we saw him consider for quite a while on that niggle whether to Apo it. Although, no, that would make sense. That's why it paused there for a while, because he did have an Apo available. Even if it would be absolutely stupid to try and use it. So Blitz target. Probably just consolidate. You don't need to go forward this turn. Just gonna Blitz this line rat. Take 1 square of movement up. Running out of time. Where's he going? There he is. Double pow. Breaks armor. KO. Double skull. That Blitzer ain't moving anywhere anytime soon. Yeah, Blitz target is that exposed Palmer. The rats look to just stall this out ever so slow. Claw coming in. Injury. No KOs coming this time. If this claw keeps firing, maybe the dwarves won't have enough to actually cage. Just to push on this Longbeard. Not what he was looking for. Opting to keep him based. Pow on the Storm Vermin. Yeah, Claw's definitely doing work. Storm Vermin is stunned. Blitz takes down a Gutter Runner. Will he be able to move this cage now past the screen? Should be relatively easy. Because he was able to get knocked down. No stun, though. Cage not able to move as far forward as he would like because of that non-stun. Couldn't get up to like here with everyone. Ooh. Another big stun. These 2 stuns for the Skaven are going to be really brutal this turn. And also, this guy can have to dodge off tackle. Still, Error, the Longbeard, is a target for Claw. You do need to get the knockdown, but if you get it, it's pretty good. Here it comes. Gets a pow. That was necessary there. No break this time with Claw. Unfortunate. Running out of rats to put in the way, though. That's for sure. Gonna need some dodges out of these two gutter runners. Gets the 6 there. Ooh, rolls the 1. Unfortunate. No break, though. Still, this means that the cage can push through here. You gotta knock down on this gutter runner. So are you better off? 2 dice with tackle or 4 dice without? It's always a question to ask yourself. Really locking down these rats, stopping them from getting back into the play. Big hit. Just a push, not good enough. Surprised he pushed sideways and not backwards? Is he trying to get onto a sideline cage? That's spicy. Not moving forwards this turn. Okay. There's a hit onto this blitzer now with Claw. The slide rat's back in the play a bit. Or you just hit this guy with Claw. Yeah, this guy with Claw is also a good one to hit. Actually, probably the better target. Gets the POW. Will he get the break? Break here would be really big. Break him. Kaz him. No KOs for you. Pure Kaz every time. Claw Guy's gotten 4 scalps already. Gonna dodge off and screen more. Definitely should be dodging with this gutter runner. It's only a 2+. Looks to be trying to take this. Oh, doesn't dodge with the gutter runner. Why? I don't know what he's doing there. Not much. This push is very good for the rats, though. It's gonna be real hard to push through this line. Especially if this guy was standing right here. There was a chance if you got this guy down, then you could have blitzed through this gutter runner and maybe made a push, but you have to get into scoring range this turn. So maybe your best play is through this Storm Vermin. It's tough, though. Gonna be hard to cut a sideline cage this. I feel some kicks coming on, yeah. At this point, probably. I'd like to see a gutter runner go downfield as a scoring threat, just in case, but it looks like we're just settling for kicks. This ball is not moving up into scoring position. Gutter runner takes a POW. Looks like he's just giving up, though. I don't know about this. I don't know about giving up. Skaven are good at doing it. Am I sad that there won't be any kicks this Rebel playoffs? No. Kicks are awful. I'm not sad about it. The Skaven team would have won this overtime. Oh, he definitely knows. Yep. Yeah, Rebel playoffs are now on the clan rules, where if you're on offense, you gotta score, you lose. Storm Vermin scoring threat. I like it. I like it. And you don't even have to, like, worry now, because there's absolutely no chance these dwarves are scoring. You can just throw every single rat you have at the cage. Their lives don't matter. Only thing that matters is getting the ball to that Storm Vermin next turn. That would have been an amazing stun, but I think standing next to the ball is a little better. Dwarves are just gonna turtle backwards now. Turtle and hope. Just a push on the claw. Oh, for sure. Yeah, Blitz kickoff event is the one thing that kind of changes it. But it's better than kicks. Anything's better than just rolling dice to see who wins. Yeah, but you're probably losing that one anyways, development. Like, let's be fair. Probably losing that one anyways. Okay, what's the best way to get this ball on the floor? This dude. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, not around the back. In this way? This one. And hit. Out this way. Pick it up with this guy and chuck it to here. Yeah, that seems like the only play. Yep, there is a lone Storm Vermin standing in scoring range. I always enjoyed the casts, Phelps. Casting is great. Opted for the single dodge in, 4 tackle zones, 6+. Doesn't get the 6. Penalty shootout. Let's see this. Who's the lucky one? Storm Vermin puts it through. Troll Slayer gets one. Storm Vermin scores. They've rolled at least a 3. Dwarfs score. They rolled at least a 3. Did the Skaven roll a 4? Skavens rolled at least a 4. Oh yeah, always have a huge advantage for receiving. Dwarves rolled at least a 4. This is the one. This is the big one. Did they roll a 5 or a 6? Not always, Woof. They rolled at least a 5. Dwarves. Also rolled at least a 5. Six. Did they get the 6? No, they missed it. That means the dwarves won. It's gonna be 6-5 to the dwarves. And you'll see that this penalty score that appears here is the dice roll -1. So, dwarves rolled a 6. Skaven rolled a 5. And that's what we get.